conflict started when the dictator in Iraq invaded a small and helpless...
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
No one should underestimate the resolve of the American government and the American people in this matter.
We went to Vietnam not to destroy freedom.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning.
We are called as a people to give testimony in the sight of the world to our faith that the future
if we let the Republic of Korea go under, some other country would be next.
December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Jesus is and is told the responsibility of the people of this country. The responsibility to be greater than that of getting to the civil war.
I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that two are called a law firm, and that three or more become a Congress. And by God, I have had this Congress. For 10 years, King George and his Parliament have gold-collied and diddled these colonies with their illegal taxes. Stamp Acts, Townsend Acts, Sugar Acts, Tea Acts. And when we dared stand up like men, he stopped our trade, seized our ships, blockaded our ports, burned our towns, and spilled our blood. And still, this Congress won't grant any of my proposals on independence, even so much as the courtesy of open debate. Good God, what in hell are they waiting for?
Sit down, John. Sit down, John. We're gonna sing, John. Sit down. Sit down, John. Sit down, John. We're gonna sing, John. Sit down. Open up a window. It's 90 degrees. Have mercy, John, please. It's hot as hell in Philadelphia. Open up a window.
curse that we him now rehearse in Philadelphia. A second flood, a simple famine, plagues of locusts everywhere, or a cataclysmic earthquake, I'd accept with some despair. But no, you send us Congress. Good God, sir, was that fair? I say this with humility in Philadelphia. We're your responsibility in Philadelphia. If you don't want to see us hanging on some far-off British hill, if you don't want the voice of independency forever still, then God, sir, get thee to it, for Congress never will. You see, we piddle, twiddle, and resolve. Not one damn thing do we solve. Piddle, twiddle, and resolve. Nothing's ever solved in foul, fetid, fuming, foggy, filthy Philadelphia. Someone ought to open up a window. Oh, shut up!
I now call Congress's attention to the petition of Mr. Melchior Meng, who claims $20 compensation for his dead mule. It seems the animal was employed in transporting luggage in the service of the Congress.
The question then would appear to be one of occasion. For if the mule expired not while carrying but after being unloaded, then surely the beast dropped dead on its own time.
Good God! They may sit here for years and years in Philadelphia. These indecisive grenadiers of Philadelphia. They can't agree on what is right or wrong, or what is good or bad. I'm convinced the only purpose this Congress ever had was to gather here specifically to drive John Adams mad. You see, we piddle, twiddle, and resolve. Not one damn thing do we solve. Piddle, twiddle, and resolve. Nothing's ever solved in foul, fetid, fuming, foggy, filthy Philadelphia.
John, is that you carry on? John.
Oh, Abigail. Abigail, I have such a desire to knock heads together.
I know, my dearest, I know. But that's because you make everything so complicated. It's all quite simple, really. Just tell the Congress to declare independency. Then sign your name, get out of there, and hurry home to me. Our children all on dysentery. Little Tom keeps turning blue. Little Abby has the measles, and I'm coming down with flu. They say we may get smallpox.
Madam, what else is new? Abigail, in my last letter, I told you that the king has gathered 12,000 German mercenaries to send against us. I asked you to organize the ladies to make saltpeter for gunpowder. Have you done as I asked?
No, John, I have not.
Why have you not?
Because you neglected to tell us how saltpeter is made.
By treating sodium nitrate with potassium chloride, of course.
Oh, yes, of course.
Will it be done then, madam?
I'm afraid we have a more urgent problem, John.
More urgent, madam?
There's one thing everyone's missed in Massachusetts Bay. Don't smirk at me, you egotist, Faye. Heed to what I say. We've gone from Framingham to Boston, and we cannot find a thing. Don't you know there is a war on? Says each tradesman with a grin. Well, we will not make saltpeter until you send us hints.
Hints, madam. Saltpeter.
Hints.
Saltpeter.
Hints.
Saltpeter.
Hints.
Saltpeter.
Hints.
Peter.
Hints.
Peter.
Hints.
Peter.
Hints.
Peter.
Hints.
Done, madam. Done.
Done, John. Hurry home, John.
Oh, as soon as I'm able.
Don't stop writing. It's all I have.
Every day, my dearest friend.
Till then, I am as I ever was and ever shall be.
Franklin, I need to speak to you. Franklin, where are you? Oh, for heaven's sake. Franklin, where in God's name were you when I needed you?
Right here, John, being preserved for posterity. You like it?
It stinks.
As ever, the soul of tact.
Well, the man's no Botticelli.
And the subject's no Venus.
Franklin, you heard what I suffered in there?
Heard? Of course I heard, along with the rest of Philadelphia. Lord, your voice is piercing, John.
Well, I wish to heaven my arguments were. But damn it, Franklin, when are they going to make up their mind? Why, with one hand, they can raise an army and dispatch one of their own to lead it and cheer the news from Bunker's Hill. While with the other, they wave the olive branch, begging the king for a happy and permanent reconciliation. Why, damn it, Fat George has declared it's a rebellion. Why in bloody hell can't they?
John, really? You speak as if independence were the rule. It's never been done before. No colony has ever broken from the parent stem in the history of the world.
Oh, damn it, Franklin, you make us sound treasonous.
Do I? Treason. Treason is a charge invented by winners as an excuse for hanging the losers.
I have more to do than to stand here listening to you quote yourself.
Oh, no, John, that was a new one.
Damn it, Franklin, we're at war.
To defend ourselves, nothing more. We expressed our displeasure, the English moved against us, and we in turn have resisted. Now our fellow congressmen wish to effect a reconciliation before it becomes a war.
Reconciliation, my ass. The people want independence.
The people have read Mr. Paine's common sense. I doubt the Congress has. But John, why don't you give it up? Nobody listens to you. You're obnoxious and disliked.
I'm not promoting John Adams. I'm promoting independence.
Evidently, they can't help connecting the two.
What are you suggesting?
That someone else in Congress propose.
Never! Why? Who did you have in mind?
Well, I don't know. I really haven't given it much thought.
You sent for me, Benjamin? Never! Hello, Johnny. Richard?
Ah, Richard. John and I need some advice.
Well, if it's mine to give, it's yours. You know that.
Well, thank you, Richard. As you know, the cause that we support has come to a complete standstill. Now, why is that, I wonder?
Simple. Johnny here's obnoxious and disliked.
Yes, that's true. But what is the solution?
Get someone else in Congress to propose.
Richard, that's brilliant. Wasn't that brilliant, John?
Brilliant.
Yes. Now, the question remains, who can it be? The man we need must come from a delegation that is publicly committed to support independence. At the present time, only Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Delaware have declared our way.
And Virginia, Benji. Don't forget Virginia.
Oh, I haven't, Richard. Now, how could I? But strictly speaking, while Virginia's views on independence are well known, your legislature down in Williamsburg has never formally authorized their delegation here to Congress to support the cause. Now, if we could think of a Virginian with enough influence to go down there and persuade the House of Burgesses...
Well, damn me if I haven't thought of someone. Who? Me.
Why didn't I think of that?
Well, I'll leave today. Hell, right now, if you like. I'll stop off at Stratford just long enough to refresh the missus, and then straight on to the matter. Gentlemen, Virginia, the land that gave us our glorious commander-in-chief, George Washington, will now give the continent its proposal on independence. And when Virginia proposes, the South's bound to follow. And where the South goes, the middle colonies go too. Gentlemen, a salute to Virginia, the mother of American independence.
Incredible. We're free and he hasn't even left yet. What makes you so damn sure that you can do it?
My name is Richard Henry Lee, Virginia is my home. My name is Richard Henry Lee, Virginia is my home. And may my horses turn to glue if I can't deliver unto you a resolution on independency. For I am FFV, the first family in the sovereign colony of Virginia. Yes, FFV, the oldest family in the oldest colony in America. And may the British burn my land if I can't deliver to your hand a resolution on independency. You see, it's here blood stop running blue if I can't deliver unto you a resolution on independency. Yes, sir, by God, it's eerily, verily. Come on, boys, join in with me. Eerily, verily, immediately, eerily, verily, we return. Shortly, eerily, verily, and I'll come back triumphantly. Eerily, verily, everywhere on the forward.
That was the most revolting display I've ever witnessed.
They're warm-blooded people, Virginia.
Not him, Franklin, you! You and your infernal obsession for deviousness. Why, if you'd have come right out and asked him straight, he'd have been gone half an hour ago.
Oh, cheer up, John. At this very moment, our cause is once again riding high, sitting straight in the saddle and in full gallop for Virginia.
And our women are serene.
Good God.
Full bosom.
Full bosom?
Full bosom, Benji. Everyone a queen. Why, they are least pleased of all Virginia. Yes, sir, my God, it's eerily, verily. Come on, Johnson, lively. Eerily, verily, everywhere on the alley.
Yes, I'm Dr. Lyman Hall, a new delegate from Georgia.
I'm Andrew McDaniel, Congressional Custodian. And if you want anything at all, just holler McDaniel. You'll hear the others do, and then we'll beat you on the way.
Where does the Georgia delegation belong?
They know about over in that corner near the two Carolinas.
It's after 10. I was told Congress convened at 10.
Oh, they'll be along any time now, sir, with old Raping Guts leading the way.
Old who?
McNair! Raping Guts. Next be no longer wrong. Mr. Hopkins, you'll be pleased to meet Dr. Lyman Hall. I don't need a doctor, damn it. The new delegate from Georgia. Well, why didn't you say so? Stephen Hopkins, old delegate, Rhode Island. McNair, 2 mugs of rum.
I fear it's a little early in the morning.
Oh, nonsense. Medicinal fact, rum gets a man's heart started in the morning. I'm surprised you didn't know that. Well, speaking as the oldest member of Congress, Dr. Franklin's older by almost a year. Rum! Tell me, Dr. Hall, where does Georgia stand on the question of independence?
With South Carolina, of course.
Good morning, Nettie. Shake the hand of Dr. Lyman Hall of Georgia. Doctor, this here is Edward Rutledge from whichever Carolina he says he's from. God knows, can't keep him straight.
A pleasure, Dr. Hall. Your servant, Mr. Rutledge.
Well, Doctor, that's the long and short of it. Daddy here, he's only 26. He's the youngest of us.
Except for Ben Franklin.
There! Oh, God, where'd you go for it, man? Jamaica?
Where does Georgia stand on the question of independence at the present time, Dr. Hall?
I am here without instructions, able to vote my own personal convictions.
And they are?
Personal.
Dr. Hall, the Deep South speaks with one voice. It is traditional. Even more, it is historical. Ah, enter Delaware, tria juncta in uno.
Ah, speak clear, Rutledge. You know I can't follow none of your damn French.
Latin, Colonel McKean. A tribute to the eternal peace and harmony of the Delaware delegation.
What do you say, man? You know perfectly well that neither Rodney nor I can stand for the word. What? Now,
Gentlemen, gentlemen, this is Dr. Lyman Hall of Georgia, Caesar Rodney, Colonel Thomas McKean, and George Reed.
Where do you stand on independence?
With South Carolina, it seems.
I leave the doctor in your excellent company, gentlemen.
Tell me, Doctor, would you be a doctor of medicine or of theology?
Both, Mr. Rodney. Which can be of service?
Oh, by all means, the physician first. Then we shall see about the other.
I shall call at your convenience, sir.
I trust, Caesar, that when you're through converting the poor fellow to independency, that you'll give the opposition a fair crack at him.
Oh, John, you're too late. Because once I get them, they're gone. Dr. Lyman Hall of Georgia, Mr. John Dickinson of Pennsylvania.
An honor, sir.
Your servant, sir.
Judge Wilson, forgive me, but how can anyone see you if you insist on standing in Mr. Dickinson's shadow? James Wilson, also of Pennsylvania.
Sir. An honor, sir. Excuse me, will you get out of my way, please? Good morning, all.
Good morning,
Good Lord! Do you have the honor to be Dr. Franklin?
Yes, I have that honor. Unfortunately, the gout accompanies the honor.
I've been living too high again, huh, Pappy?
Stephen, I only wish the King George felt like my big toe, all over.
Sit down. Fetch a pillow and 2 lumps of rum.
Well, Franklin, where's that idiot Lee? Has he returned yet? I don't see him.
Softly, John. Your voice is hurting my foot.
One more day. That's how much longer I'll remain silent, and not a minute longer. Why, that struggling popinjay was so damn sure of himself, he's had time to bring back a dozen proposals by now.
Tell me, James, how do you explain the strange monumental quietude that Congress has been treated to these past 30 days? Has the ill wind of independence finally blown itself out?
If you ask me, John.
For myself, I must confess that a month free of New England noise is more therapeutic than a month in the country. Don't you agree, James?
Well, I like the nice weather.
Mr. Adams, pray look for your voice, sir. It cannot be far, and God knows we need the entertainment in this Congress.
Congratulations, John. You just made your greatest contribution to independence. You kept your flap shut.
One more day.
Gentlemen, the usual morning festivities concluded, I will now call this Congress to order. Mr. Townsend,
The Second Continental Congress meeting in the city of Philadelphia is now in session. 7 June, 1776, the 380th meeting.
Sweet Jesus.
The Honorable John Hancock of Massachusetts Bay, President.
thank you, Mr. Townsend. McNair?
Yes,
The stores of rum and other drinking spirits are hereby closed to the colony of Rhode Island for a period of 3 days. Sit down, Mr. Hopkins. You have used the privilege. The chair takes this opportunity to welcome Dr. Lyman Hall of Georgia to this Congress and hopes he will make the best of it. My God, it's hot.
All present with the following exceptions: Mr. Charles Carroll of Maryland, Mr. Samuel Adams of Massachusetts, Mr. Button Gwinnett of Georgia, Mr. George White and Mr. Richard Henry Lee of Virginia, and the entire delegation of New Jersey.
I'm concerned over the continued absence of 1/13 of this Congress. Where is New Jersey?
Somewhere between New York and Pennsylvania.
Thank you very much. Dr. Franklin, have you heard anything? Your son resides there.
Son, sir? What son?
The Royal Governor of New Jersey, sir.
As that title might suggest, sir, we're not in touch at the present time.
Oh, yes. The weather report. Mr. Jefferson of Virginia. Jefferson?
Present, sir.
May we hear about the weather as if it were speaking for itself?
87 degrees of temperature, 30.06 inches of mercury. Winds out of the southwest for the rest of the day. For tonight I'm going home.
On business.
Family business.
well, give her a good one for me, young feller.
Yes, sir, I will.
From the Commander, Army of the United Colonies in New York, dispatch number 1137.
Sweet Jesus.
To the Honorable Congress, John Hancock, President, dear sir. It is with grave apprehension that I have learned this day of the sailing from Halifax, Nova Scotia, of a considerable force of British troops in the company of foreign mercenaries and under the command of General Sir William Howe. There can be no doubt that their destination is New York, for to take and hold this city and the Hudson Valley beyond would serve to separate New England from the other colonies, permitting both sections to be crushed in turn. Sadly, I see no way of stopping them at the present time, as my army is absolutely falling apart. My military chest is totally exhausted. My commissary general has strained his credit to the last. My quartermaster has no food, no arms, no ammunition, and my troops are in a state of near mutiny. I pray God some relief arrives before the Armada, but fear it will not. Your obedient, G. Washington.
Mr. President, Dr. Hermeke, surely we have managed to promote the gloomiest man on this continent to the head of our troops. Those dispatches are the most depressing accumulation of disaster, doom, and despair in the entire annals of military history. And furthermore...
Colonel Keene, please.
What?
It's too hot.
Oh. Yes, I suppose so.
General Washington will continue wording his dispatches as he sees fit. I'm sure we all pray he has happier thoughts to convey in the near future. Mr. Thompson, are there any resolutions?
Dr. Josiah Bartlett of New Hampshire.
Resolved that for the duration of the present hostilities, Congress discourage every type of extravagance and dissipation, elaborate funerals, and other expensive diversions, especially all horse racing.
What news, Dingy boy? What news?
Lee, is it done? First things first, Tom. Tom, your little bride wants to know what? When he's coming home?
I leave tonight. Never mind that. Lee, is it done?
Done? Why, certainly! Mr. President, I have returned from Virginia with the following resolution. Resolved that these United Colonies are, and of a right ought to be, free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that any political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is, and ought to be, totally dissolved!
Mr. President, I second the proposal.
The resolution has been proposed and seconded. The chair will now entertain debate.
Mr. President, Pennsylvania moves, as always, that the question of independence be postponed indefinitely.
I second the motion. Judge Wilson, in your eagerness to be loved, you seem to have forgotten that Pennsylvania cannot second its own motion.
Delaware second.
You wouldn't, Diesel. The motion has been moved and seconded. Mr. Thompson.
On the motion to postpone indefinitely the resolution of independency or proceed with the debate, all those in favor of debate signify by saying yea. Those for postponement say nay. New Hampshire.
New Hampshire favors debate and says yea.
New Hampshire says yea. Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, having borne the brunt of the king's tyranny. I said tyranny. Massachusetts, now and for all time, says yea.
Massachusetts says yea. Rhode Island. Mr. Hopkins. Where is Rhode Island?
Rhode Island's out visiting the necessary.
After what Rhode Island's consumed, I can't say I'm surprised. We'll come back to him, Mr. Thompson.
Rhode Island passes. Connecticut.
While Connecticut has till now been against this proposal, our legislature has instructed me that in the event it is introduced by any colony outside New England, that Connecticut could not any longer withhold its support. Connecticut says yea.
Connecticut says yea. New York.
Mr. Secretary, New York abstains. Courteously.
New York abstains.
Courteously.
New Jersey.
Absent, Mr. Secretary.
Oh, yes. New Jersey absent. Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, for the 24th time, says nay.
Pennsylvania says nay. Delaware.
Delaware, as ever for independence, says yea.
Delaware says yea. Maryland.
Maryland would welcome independence if it were given,
but is highly skeptical that it can be taken. Maryland says nay.
Maryland says nay. Virginia!
Virginia, the first colony, says yay.
Virginia says yay. North Carolina!
North Carolina respectfully yields to South Carolina.
South Carolina!
Mr. President, although we in South Carolina have never seriously considered the question of independence, when a gentleman proposes it, attention must be paid. However, we in the Deep South, unlike our friends in New England, have no cause for impatience at the present time. If at some future date it becomes the wish of all our sister colonies to effect a separation, we will not stand in the way. But for the time being, South Carolina will wait and watch. The vote is nay.
South Carolina says nay.
North Carolina
says nay. Yes, Mr. Hughes, I know. Georgia.
Mr. Secretary, Georgia seems to be split right down the middle on this issue. The people are against it, and I'm for it. I'm afraid I'm not yet certain whether representing the people means relying on their judgment or on my own. So in all fairness, until I can figure it out, I'd better lean a little toward their side. Georgia says nay.
Georgia says nay. Rhode Island, second call. Rhode Island.
I'm coming. Hold your damn horses.
We're waiting on you, Mr. Hawk.
Well, it won't kill you. Think Congress would have its own damn pisser. All right, where'd you stand?
5 for debate, 5 for postponement, 1 abstention, 1 absence, and...
So it's up to me, isn't it? Well, I'll tell you, in all my years, I never heard, seen, or smelled an issue that was so dangerous that it couldn't be talked about. Why, hell yeah, I'm for debating anything. Rhode Island says yay.
Give Mr. Hutton the rough.
But you said...
He gets the whole damn barrel if he wants.
Yes, sir.
The chair now declares this Congress a committee of the whole for the purpose of debating Virginia's resolution on independence. Mr. Dickinson.
Well now, you've got your way at last, Mr. Adams. The matter may now be discussed. I confess I'm almost relieved. There's a question I've been fairly itching to ask you. Why?
Why what, Mr. Dickinson?
Why independence, Mr. Adams?
For the obvious reason that our continued association with Great Britain has grown intolerable.
To whom, Mr. Adams? To you? Well, then I suggest that you sever your ties immediately. But please be kind enough to leave the rest of us where we are. Personally, I have no objections at all to being part of the greatest empire on earth, but to enjoying its protection and sharing its benefits.
Benefits? What benefits? Crippling taxes, cruel repressions, abolished rights?
Is that all England means to you, sir? Is that all the affection and pride you can muster for the nation that bore you? Or for the noblest, most civilized nation on the face of the planet? Or would you have us forsake Hastings and Magna Carta, Strongbow and Lionhearted, Drake and Marlborough, Tudors, Stuarts and Plantagenets? For what, sir? Tell me, for what? For you? Now, some men are patriots like General Washington, and some are anarchists like Mr. Paine. Some even are internationalists, like Dr. Franklin. But you, sir, you are merely an agitator, disturbing the peace, creating disorder, endangering the public welfare, and for what? Your petty little personal complaints. Your taxes are too high. Well, sir, so are mine. Mr. Adams, if you have grievances, and I'm sure you have, then our present system must provide a gentler means of redressing them short of revolution. Well, that's what he wants, and nothing short of it will satisfy him. Violence, rebellion, treason. Now, Mr. Adams, are these the acts of Englishmen?
Not Englishmen, Dickinson, American.
No, sir, Englishmen!
Please, Mr. Dickinson, when must you start banging? How's a man to sleep?
Forgive me, Dr. Franklin, but must you start speaking? How is a man to stay awake? We'll promise to be quiet, sir. I'm sure everyone here prefers that you remain asleep.
If I'm to hear myself called an Englishman, I assure you I'd prefer I'd remained asleep.
What's so terrible about being called an Englishman? The English don't seem to mind.
Nor would I, were I given the full rights of an Englishman. But to call me one without those rights is like calling an ox a bull. He's thankful for the honor, but he'd much rather have restored that which is rightfully his.
Well, when did you first notice they were missing, sir? Unfortunately, Dr. Franklin, the people of these colonies maintain a higher regard for their mother country.
Certainly than she has for them. Never was such a valuable possession so stupidly and recklessly managed in this whole continent by the British crown. Our industry discouraged, our resources pillaged, and worst of all, our very character stifled. We've spawned a new race here. Rougher, simpler, more violent, more enterprising, less refined. We're a new nationality, Mr. Dickinson. We require a new nation.
That may be your opinion, Dr. Franklin, but as I said, the people feel quite differently.
What do you know about the people, Dickinson? You don't speak for the people. You represent only yourself. And that precious status quo you keep imploring the people to preserve for their own good is nothing more than the eternal preservation of your own property.
Mr. Adams, you have an annoying talent for making such delightful words as property sound quite distasteful. In heaven's name, what's wrong with property? Perhaps you've forgotten that many of us first came to these shores in order to secure rights to property, and we hold those rights no less dear than the rights you speak of.
So safe, so fat, so comfortable in Pennsylvania.
Oh, and what is this independence of yours except the private grievance of Massachusetts? Why is it always Boston that breaks the king's peace? My dear Congress, you must not adopt this evil measure. It is the work of the devil. Leave it where it belongs, in New England.
Brother Dickinson, New England has been fighting the devil for more than 100 years.
And as of now, Brother Sherman, the devil has been winning it hands down. Oh, why, at this very moment, he's sitting here in this Congress. Oh, don't let him deceive you. This proposal is entirely his doing.
Now, just a minute,
Oh,
Joe.
it may bear Virginia's name, but it reeks of atoms, atoms, and more atoms. Look at him, ready to lead this continent down the fiery path of total destruction.
Good God, why can't you acknowledge what already exists? It's been more than a year now since Concord and Lexington. Why, damn it, man, we're at war. Right now!
You may be at war. You, Boston and John Adams, but you will never speak for Pennsylvania.
Nor for Delaware.
Mr. Reed, you represent only 1/3 of Delaware.
A sensible third, Mr. Rodney.
Ah, sit down, you little roach.
Sit down, I'll tell you. They can't do something about these damn flies.
Here, give me rum.
Get the flies first.
Rum.
But do go on, gentlemen. You're making the only breeze in Philadelphia.
Mr. Adams, perhaps you could clear something up for me. After we have achieved our independence, who do you propose would govern in South Carolina?
The people, of course.
Which people, sir? The people of South Carolina? Or the people of Massachusetts?
Well, why don't you admit it, Eddie? You're against independence now. You always will be.
You refuse to understand us, gentlemen. We desire independence. Yes, for South Carolina. That is our country, and as such, we don't wish it to belong to anyone. Not to England, and not to you.
We intend to be one nation, Rutledge.
A nation of sovereign states, Mr. Adams. United for our mutual protection, but separate for our individual pursuits. Well, that is what we have understood it to be. And that is what we will support. As soon as everyone supports it.
There you are, Mr. Adams. You must see we need time to make certain who we are and where we stand in regard to one another. For if we do not determine the nature of the beast before we set it free, it will end by consuming us all.
For once in your life, Wilson, take a chance. I say the time is now. It may never come again.
Your clock is fast, Mr. Adams. I say we're not yet ripe for independence.
Not right. Hell, we're rotten for the want of it.
Gentlemen, please. What in God's name is the infernal hurry? Why must this question be settled now?
What's wrong with now, Mr. Chase?
General Washington is in the field. If he's defeated, as it now appears, we'll be inviting the hangman. But if by some miracle he should actually win, we can then declare whatever we damn please.
The sentiments of North Carolina precise. Has it occurred to either one of you that an army needs something to fight for in order to win? A cause, a purpose, a flag of its own.
Mr. Adams, how can a nation of only 2 million souls stand up to an empire of over 10 million? Think about it. 10 million. How do we compensate for that shortage?
Simple, Mr. Jace. Increase and multiply.
We will more than compensate with spirit. I tell you, there's a spirit out there with the people that's sadly lacking in this Congress.
Oh, yes, of course. Now it's spirit. Why didn't I think of that? No army, no navy, no arms, no ammunition, no treasury, no friends, but bless our souls, spirit.
Mr. Lee, Mr. Hopkins, Mr. Rodney, Colonel McKean, Dr. Franklin, why have you joined this incendiary little man? This Boston radical, this agitator, this demagogue, this madman.
Are you calling me a madman, you fribble?
Easy, John.
You and your Pennsylvania proprietors, you cool, considerate men. You stand to the rear of every issue so that if we should go under, you'll still remain afloat.
Are you calling me a coward?
Yes, coward.
Madman?
Landlord?
Lawyer?
Back him, John!
Stop it, I say. This is a Congress. The enemy's out there.
No, Mr. Rodney, the enemy is here.
No, I say he's out there. England, closing in, cutting off our air. There's no time. Nowhere. Thomas, Caesar. Dr. Hall.
Colonel McKean,
It's the cancer.
he should go home.
Yes, a man should die in his own bed. John,
I'm here, Caesar.
I leave you divided Delaware. Forgive me. I'll take you home, Caesar. I'll be back within a week.
Mr. President, South Carolina calls the question.
What's that, Mr. Rutledge?
I said, Mr. President, South Carolina desires to end the debate and calls the question of independence.
Delaware settled.
Question has been called and seconded.
Franklin, do something. Think.
Call it.
I'm thinking. Nothing's coming.
All those in favor of the resolution on independence as proposed by the colony of Virginia signify by
Mr.
saying...
Secretary, would you read the resolution again?
Oh, come on, Franklin.
I've forgotten it.
Oh, come now.
Resolved that these united colonies are and
I beg your pardon. I'm the Reverend John Witherspoon. The new delegate from New Jersey.
Well, no, you sound like a secretary.
Dr. Franklin, I regret I must be the bearer of unhappy tidings. But your son, the royal governor of New Jersey, is taken prisoner and has been moved under guard to the colony of Connecticut for safekeeping.
Is he unharmed, sir?
When last I heard, he was. Yes, sir.
Then why the long face? I hear Connecticut is an excellent location. But tell me, why'd they arrest the little bastard?
Our New Jersey legislature has recalled the old delegation to this Congress and has sent a new one.
Well, quickly, man, where do you stand on independence?
Oh, haven't I made that clear? Oh, I suppose I haven't. But you see, that was the reason for the change. We've been instructed to vote for independence.
What? Massachusetts is now ready for the vote on independence and reminds the chair of its privilege to decide all votes that are deadlocked.
I won't forget, Mr. Adams. The chair would like to welcome the Reverend Witherspoon to this Congress and appoint him congressional chaplain If you are so disposed.
Oh, with much pleasure, sir.
Very well then. Mr. Townsend, you may now proceed with the vote.
All those in favor of the resolution on independence as proposed by the colony of Virginia signify by
Mr. President, Pennsylvania moves that any vote in favor of independence must be unanimous.
What? I second the motion.
Judge Wilson! Oh my God!
Delaware seconds, Mr. President.
No vote's ever had to be unanimous, Dickinson, and you know it.
Yes, but this one must be.
On what grounds?
That no colony be torn from its mother country without its own consent.
Hear, hear. But it'll never be unanimous, damn it.
If you say so, Mr. Adams.
It has been moved and seconded that the resolution on independence must be unanimous in order to carry. All those in favor signify by saying yea.
Yea.
6 colonies say yea. All those opposed signify by saying nay.
Nay.
6 colonies say nay.
Mr. Secretary, New York abstained. Courteously.
Mr. Morris, why does New York constantly abstain? Why doesn't New York simply stay in New York? Very well, the vote is tied. The principles of independence have no greater advocate in this Congress than its president. That is the reason I must join those who vote for unanimity.
What are you saying, you sunk us?
Hear me out. Don't you see that any colony who opposes independence would be forced to fight on the side of England? That will be saying brother against brother. And our new nation will carry as its emblem the mark of Cain. I can see no other way. Either we walk together, or together we must stay where we are. Very well. Proceed, Mr. Thompson.
A unanimous vote being necessary to carry, if any be opposed to the resolution on independence as proposed by the colony of Virginia.
Mr. President.
For heaven's sakes, let me get through it once.
Mr. President, I move for a postponement.
Postponement? Ha! I wish you the same luck I had with it.
Mr. Adams is right. We need a postponement.
On what grounds?
On what grounds?
Mr. President, how can this Congress vote on independence without a written document of some sort defining it?
What sort of document?
Well, you know, listing all the reasons for the separation, our goals and aims, and so on and so forth, et cetera, et cetera.
Ditto, ditto.
Ditto, ditto.
But we know those, don't we?
Oh, good God, yes, we know them, but what about the rest of the world? Certainly we require the aid of a powerful nation like France or Spain, and such a declaration would be in keeping with European delicacy.
Come now, Mr. Adams. You'll have to do better than that. Answer straight. What would be its purpose?
Yes. Well?
To place before mankind the common sense of the subject, in terms so plain and firm as to command their assent.
Mr. Jefferson, are you seriously suggesting that we publish a paper declaring to all the world that an illegal rebellion is, in reality, a legal one?
Why, Mr. Dickinson, I'm surprised at you. You should know that a rebellion is always legal in the first person, such as our rebellion. It's only in the third person, their rebellion, that it is illegal. Mr. President, I second the motion to postpone the vote on independency long enough for the writing of a declaration.
That's been moved and seconded. Mr. Thompson?
All those in favor of the motion to postpone signify by saying yea.
Yea.
6 colonies say yea against.
Nay.
6 colonies say nay.
Mr. Secretary, New York abstained. Courteously.
Mr. Morris! What the hell goes on in New York?
I'm sorry, Mr. President, but the simple fact is that our legislature has never since
instructions on anything.
Never. That's impossible.
Have you ever been present at a meeting of the New York legislature? They speak very fast and very loud, and nobody pays attention to anybody else, with the result that nothing ever gets done. I beg the Congress pardon.
My sympathies, Mr. Morris. Very well, the vote again being tied, the chair decides in favor of the postponement. So ruled. A committee will now be formed to manage the declaration. Said document to be written, debated, and approved by the beginning of July, that's 3 weeks hence, at which time the Congress will vote on Virginia's resolution on independence. Is that clear?
Yes,
yes. Very well. Our committee will now be formed. Will the following gentlemen please serve on the committee? Dr. Franklin?
Yes.
Mr. John Adams, Mr. Sherman, Mr. Livingston, Mr. Leopold.
Oh, excuse me, but I must be returning to the sovereign country of Virginia, where I've been chosen to serve as governor. Therefore, I must decline respectfully.
Very well, you're excused, Mr. Lee. I suppose we could leave a four-man committee.
Just a moment, Mr. President. This business requires a Virginian. Therefore, I propose a replacement of Mr. Thomas Jefferson.
No, Mr. Adams, no.
Very well, Mr. Adams. Mr. Jefferson will serve.
I'm going home too, to my wife.
Move to adjourn.
No, wait.
Second.
I want to see my wife.
Any objections?
I have objections.
No objections. I will stand adjourned.
Mr. Adams, not Mr. Adams. The things I write are only light extemporanea. I won't put politics on paper, it's on mania. So I refuse to use the pen to Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania, refuse to use the pen.
Mr. Sherman, I say you should write it. You are never controversial, as it were.
That is true.
Whereas if I'm the one to do it, they'll run their quill and through it. I'm obnoxious and disliked, you know that, sir.
Yes, I do.
So I say you should write it, Roger. Yes, you.
Oh, good heavens, no.
Yes, you, Roger Sherman. You.
But Mr. Adams, but Mr. Adams, I cannot write with any style of proper etiquette. I don't know a participle from a predicate. I am just a simple cobbler from Connecticut.
Connecticut, Connecticut, a simple cobbler he.
Mr. Livingston, maybe you should write it. You have many friends and you're a diplomat.
Oh, that word.
Whereas if I'm the one to do it, they'll run their quill pens through it.
He's obnoxious and disliked. Did you know that? I hadn't heard.
So I say you should write it, Robert. Yes, you.
Not me, Johnny.
Yes, you, Robert Livingston. You.
But Mr. Adams, dear Mr. Adams, I've been presented with the new sun by the noble stork. So I am going home to celebrate and pop a cork with all the Livingstons together back in old New York. New York, New York, Livingstone's going to pop a cork. Mr. Adams, leave me alone.
Mr. Jefferson.
Mr. Adams, I beg you, I have not seen my wife these 6 months.
And we do solemnly declare to preserve our liberties, being with one mind, resolved to die free men rather than to live slaves. Thomas Jefferson, on the necessity of taking up arms, 1775. Magnificent. You write 10 times better than any man in Congress, including me. For a man of only 33 years, you possess a happy talent for composition and a remarkable felicity of expression. Now, Mr. Jefferson, will you be a patriot or a lover?
A lover.
No!
But I burn, Mr. A.
So do I, Mr. J.
You?
You do?
John. Who'd have thought?
Mr. Jefferson, dear Mr. Jefferson, I'm only 41, I still have my virility, and I can run through Cupid's grove with great agility. But life is more than sexual combustibility.
Combustibility, combustibility, combustibility.
Quiet! Now, you will write it, Mr. J.
Who will make me Mr. A?
I.
You?
Yes.
How?
By physical force, if necessary. It's your duty, damn it. Your duty!
Mr. Adams. Damn you, Mr. Adams. You're obnoxious and disliked, that cannot be denied. Once again, you stand between me and my lovely bride. Oh, Mr. Adams, you are driving me to homicide. Homicide, homicide.
The choice is yours, Mr. Jefferson. Do as you like with it.
We may see murder.
Damn the man! God damn the man!
Jefferson! Jefferson! Are you finished, man? You've had a whole week. Is it done? Can I see it? There comes a time in the lives of men when it becomes necessary to advance from that subordination from which they have hitherto remained. This is terrible. Where's the rest of it? Do you mean to say it's not finished?
No, sir. I mean to say it's not begun.
Good God! A whole week! The entire earth was created in a week!
Someday you must tell me how you did it.
Disgusting. Look at him, Franklin. Virginia's most famous lover.
Virginia abstains.
Cheer up, Jefferson. Get out of the dumps. It'll come out right, I promise you. Now get back to work. Franklin, tell him to get back to work.
He's asleep.
Franklin?
You hello, and whose little girl are you? Who is she, John?
His wife. I hope.
What makes you think so?
Because I sent for her.
You what?
Well, it simply occurred to me that the sooner his problem was solved, the sooner our problem was solved.
Good thinking, John. Good thinking.
Madam, may I present myself? John Adams. Adams. John Adams. Oh, and Dr. Franklin. Inventor of the stove. Jefferson, would you kindly present me to your wife? She is your wife, isn't she?
Of course she is. Look how they fit. Come along, John. Come along.
Come along, where? There's work to be done.
Obviously.
Oh, good God. You don't mean they're going to, in the middle of the afternoon?
Not everyone's from Boston, John.
Well,
good night, John.
Franklin, have you eaten yet?
No, not yet.
Well, I hear that the turkey is fresh and a bunch of grapes.
I have a rendezvous, John. I'd ask you along, but talking makes her nervous.
Incredible! Oh, Abigail. I'm very lonely, Abigail.
Are you, John? Then as long as you were sending for wives, why didn't you send for your own?
Oh, don't be unreasonable, Abigail.
Now I'm unreasonable. You must add that to your list.
List?
The catalogue of my faults which you included in your last letter?
Oh, they were fondly intended, madam.
That I play at cards badly?
A compliment.
That my posture is crooked?
An endearment.
That I read, write, and think too much?
An irony.
That I am pigeon-toed?
Ah, well, there you have me, Abigail. I'm afraid you are pigeon-toed. Come to Philadelphia, Abigail. Please come.
Thank you, John. I do want to, only you know it's not possible now. The children have the measles.
So you wrote. Tom and little Abby.
Only now it's Quincy and Charles. And I'm afraid the farm here in Braintree is failing, John. The chickens and geese have all died, and the apples have never survived the late frost. How do you suppose she managed to get away?
The winters are softer in Virginia.
And they're women, John.
Oh, fit for Virginians, but pale, puny things beside New England girls.
John, I thank you for that.
How goes it with you, Abigail?
Not well, John. Not at all well. I live like a nun in a cloister, solitary, celibate. I hate it. And you, John?
I live like a monk in an abbey. Ditto, ditto, I hate it.
Write to me with sentimental effusion. Let me revel
better come back later.
What?
Well, it's positively indecent.
Oh, John, they're young and they're in love.
Well, not them, Franklin, us. Standing out here waiting for them to... I mean, what would people think?
Don't worry, John. The history books will clean it up.
It doesn't matter anyway. I won't appear in the history books. Only you. Franklin did this. Franklin did that. Franklin did some other damn thing. Franklin smote the ground and out sprang George Washington, fully grown and on his horse. Franklin then electrified him with his miraculous lightning rod, and the three of them, Franklin, Washington, and the horse, conducted the entire revolution all by themselves.
I like it. Oh, look at her, John. Just look at her.
Oh, I am.
She's even more remarkable than I can remember. Of course, we didn't see much of her front last night. Tomorrow, madam.
Tomorrow?
Is it the habit in Philadelphia for strangers to shout at ladies from the street?
Not at all. But we're not
And
quite...
from men of your age. It is not only unseemly, it's unsightly.
Excuse me, madam, but we met last evening.
I spoke to no one last evening.
That may be true, but nonetheless, we did introduce ourselves. This is Mr. John Adams, and I'm Dr. Franklin, inventor of the stove.
Oh, please. I know your names very well, but you say you presented yourself last evening?
It's of no matter. Your mind was well taken elsewhere.
My husband is not yet up.
Shall we start over, madam? Please join us.
Yes, of course.
Jean. No wonder the man couldn't write. Who could think of independence married to her?
I beg you to forgive me. It is indeed an honor to meet the two greatest men in America.
Certainly the greatest within earshot, anyway.
I'm not an idle flatterer, Dr. Franklin. My husband admires you both greatly.
Well, then we are doubly flattered. For we admire very much that which your husband admires.
Did you sleep well, madam? Did you lie comfortably? You know what I mean?
Yes, John, we do. Tell us about yourself, madam. We've had precious little information. What's your first name?
Martha.
Oh, Martha. Well, he could have at least told us that. I'm afraid your husband doesn't say very much.
He's the most silent man in Congress. I've never heard him utter more than 3 sentences together.
Not everyone's a talker, John.
It's true, you know. Tom is not a talker. Oh, he never speaks his passions. He never speaks his views. Whereas other men speak volumes, the man I love is mute. In truth, I can't recall being wooed with words at all. Even now.
Go on, madam.
How did he win you, Martha? And how does he hold on to a bounty such as you?
Surely you've noticed that Tom is a man of many accomplishments. Author, lawyer, farmer, architect, statesman, and still one more that I hesitate to mention.
Oh, don't hesitate, madam. Please, don't hesitate.
No, what else can that red-headed tombstone do?
He plays the violin. He tucks it right under his chin. And he boasts, oh, he boasts, for he knows, yes, he knows, that it's high, 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 diddle, diddle, twixt my heart, Tom, and his fiddle, my strings are unstrung. High, 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 high.
besides playing the violin, what happens next?
Next, Mr. Adams.
Oh, yes. What does Tom do next?
Why, just what you'd expect. We dance.
Dance! Incredible!
Who's playing the violin?
Oh, John, really? John, you can dance!
Not everyone's from Philadelphia, Franklin. Franklin, look! He's written something. He's done it! Dear Mr. Adams, I am taking my wife back to bed. Kindly go away. Your obedient T. Jefferson.
You know, maybe I should have been the one to write the Declaration after all. At my age, there's little doubt that the pen is mightier than the sword. For it's high, 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 diddle, diddle, and God bless the man who can fiddle, and Independence Day. High, 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 ya-ta-ta-ta-ta. Through eternity, he plays the violin, violin.
And what follows is a complete and up-to-date list of the committees of this Congress now sitting, about to sit, or just having sat. A committee formed to investigate a complaint made against the quality of yeast manufactured at Mr. Henry Pendleton's mill, designated as the Yeast Committee. A committee formed to consider the most effective method of dealing with spies, designated as the Spies Committee. A committee formed to think, perhaps to do, but in any case to gather, to meet, to confer, to talk, and perhaps even to resolve that each rifle regiment be allowed at least one drum and one fife attached to each company, designated as the Drum and Fife Committee. A committee formed...
Look at it, Doctor. Democracy. What Plato called a charming form of government, full of variety and disorder. I never knew Plato had been to Philadelphia.
Victor! Open the damn window.
Ben! I want you to take a look at some cards that I've gone ahead and printed up. Ought to save everybody here a lot of time and effort, considering the epidemic of bad disposition that's been going around lately. And dear sir, you're without a doubt
Franklin, enough socializing. There's work to be done.
Good morning, John.
What? Oh, yes. Good morning. Now, let's get to it.
Let's get to what?
Well, unanimity, of course. Well, look at that board. 6 nays to win over in a little more than a week.
A committee formed to consider the problem of counterfeit money, designated as the counterfeit money.
All right, John, where do we start?
Well, what about Delaware? It's a sad thing to see her on the wrong side after all these years. Any news of Caesar Rodney?
McKeon's back.
Oh. Thomas!
A committee formed to study the causes of our military defeat in Canada, designated as the military defeat.
Any news of Caesar Rodney? Is he still alive?
Aye, but the journey over was fearful hard for him. He never complained, but I could see the poor man was suffering.
But you got him safely home.
I did, but I doubt he'll ever step foot out of it again.
Well, that leaves you and Reed split down the middle. Will he come over?
I don't know. He's a stubborn little snot.
Well, then work on him. Keep at him till you wear him down.
Oh, John, there's facts, really am. If it had just Reed sitting out on it wouldn't be so bad. But a clear settled plan. Maryland, Pennsylvania, the entire South, it's impossible.
Well, it's impossible if we all stand around complaining. Now, to work, McKeon. 1 foot in front of the other.
I believe I put it a better way. Never leave off to tomorrow. That which you can be done.
Shut up, Franklin.
Well, what good will it do? You know Dickinson, he'll never give in. And you haven't heard the last of Rutledge yet either.
Never mind then. Your job is George Reed. Talk him deaf if you have to, but bring us back Delaware.
There'll be a simpler way. This'll break the tie.
Right? All right, John, who's next?
A committee formed to keep secrets, designated as the Secrets Committee.
Pennsylvania and Maryland. Now I suggest you put your own house in order while I work on old Bacon Face over there. Just look at him stuff himself. Look. Mr. Chase, how about it, Chase? When are you going to come to your senses?
Please, Mr. Adams, not while I'm eating.
All right, Judge Wilson, just time to assert yourself. Say, when you were a judge, how in the hell did you ever make a decision?
The decisions I made were all based on legality and precedence. But there is no legality here, and certainly no precedent.
Because that's a new idea you plot. We'll be setting our own precedent.
No, Colonel McKee. No, no, no.
Ah, damn your eyes, Reed. You came into this world screaming no, and you're determined to live the same way.
Congress is waiting on you, Chase. America's waiting. The whole world is waiting. What is that, kidney?
Leave me alone, Mr. Adams. Can't you see that it is useless? If I thought we could win this war, I'd be at the front of your ranks. But you must see it's impossible. You heard General Washington's dispatches. His army has fallen apart.
Congress is exaggerating the situation just to arouse this torpid Congress into action. Why, as chairman of the War Committee, I can tell you for a fact that never has the Army been in better shape. Never have the troops been more cheerful. Never have soldiers been more resolute. And never have discipline and training been more spirited. Never... Oh, good God.
You have your ears, gentlemen. Mr. Townsend has a dispatch. From the Commander, Army of the United Colonies in New York, dispatch number 1157 to the Honorable Congress, John Hancock, President, dear sir. It is with the utmost despair that I must report to you the confusion and disorder that reign in every department. The Continental soldier is as nothing ever seen in this or any other century. He is a misfit, ignorant of hygiene, destructive, disorderly, and totally disrespectful of rank. Only this last is understandable, as there is an incredible reek of stupidity amongst the officers. The situation is most desperate at the New England training ground in New Brunswick, where every able-bodied whore in the colonies has assembled. There are constant reports of drunkenness, desertion, foul language, naked bathing in the Raritan River, and an epidemic of the French disease. I have declared the town off limits to all military personnel, with the exception of officers. I beseech the Congress to dispatch the War Committee to this place in the hope of restoring some of the order and discipline we need to survive. Your obedient, G. Washington.
Ah, that man will oppress a hyena.
Well, Mr. Adams, you're chairman of the War Committee. You feel up to whoring, drinking, deserting, and New Brunswick?
Now, there must be some mistake. I have an aunt who lives in New Brunswick.
You must tell her to keep us a good word. Come, Mr. Adams, you must see that it's hopeless. Let us recall General Washington and disband the Continental Army before we are overwhelmed.
Oh, yes, the English would like that, wouldn't they?
Why not ask them yourself? They ought to be here any minute. And when they hang you, Mr. Adams, I hope you will put in a good word for the rest of us.
Face facts, Mr. Adams. A handful of drunk and disorderly recruits against the entire British Army, the finest musket men on earth. How can we win? How can we even hope to survive?
Answer me straight, Chase. If you thought we could beat the Redcoats, would Maryland say yay to independence?
Well, I suppose.
No supposing. Would you or wouldn't you?
Very well, Mr. Adams. Yes, we would.
Then come with me to New Brunswick and see for yourself.
Oh, John, what are you at? You heard what Washington said. It's shambles there.
They're pushing you into it, Johnny.
What do you say, Chase?
Go ahead, Sam. It sounds lively as hell up there.
All right. Why not? And maybe it will be John Adams who comes to his senses.
Mr. President, the War Committee will heed General Washington's request, and a party consisting of Mr. Chase, Dr. Franklin, and myself shall leave immediately.
Is that satisfactory with you, Dr. Franklin?
Wake up, Franklin. You're going to New Brunswick.
Like hell I am. What for?
The whoring and the drinking.
All right, Chase, let's go. No time to lose. 1 foot forward. Move over that boy.
Mr. McNair, all this talk of independence has left a certain foulness in the air. My friends and I would appreciate it if you could open some windows.
What about the fly?
The windows, Mr. McNair.
Open the windows. Close the windows. Sweet Jesus.
Oh, say, do you see what I see? Congress sitting here in sweet serenity. I could cheer, the reason's clear. For the first time in a year, Adams isn't here. And look, the sun is in the sky, a breeze blowing by, and there's not a single fly. I sing Hosanna, 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 Hosanna. And it's cool. Come ye cool, cool, considerate men, are like they never ever be seen again, with our land, cash in hand, self-command, future plans. Fortune thrives, society survives, in neatly ordered lives, with well-endowed wives. Come sing Hosanna, Hosanna, in our breeding and our manner, we are cool. Come ye cool, cool, considerate set, we'll dance together to the same minuet. To the right, ever to the right, never to the left, forever to the right. Let our creed be never to exceed regulated speed, no matter what the need. Come sing Hosanna, Hosanna, emblazoned on our banner is keep cool. To the right, never to the right, never to the left, forever to the right. Hands attached, tightly latched, everybody match.
I have a new dispatch. From the Commander, Army of the United Colonies in New York, dispatch number 1158. To the Honorable Congress, John Hancock, President, dear sir. I awoke this morning to find that General Howe has landed 25,000 British regulars and Hessian mercenaries on Staten Island. And that the fleet, under the command of his brother, Admiral Lord Howe, controls not only the Hudson and East Rivers, but New York Harbor, which now looks like all of London afloat. I can no longer, in good conscience, withhold from the Congress my certainty that the British military object at this time is Philadelphia. Happy should I be if I could see the means of preventing them, but at present I confess I do not. Oh, how I wish I had never seen the Continental Army. I would have done better to retire to the back country and live in a wigwam. Your obedient, G. Washington.
What we do rationally. We never ever go off half constantly. Why begin till we know that we can win? And if we cannot win, why bother to begin? We say this game's not of our choosing. Why should we risk losing? We go there.
Mr. Hancock, you're a man of property, one of us. Why don't you join us in our minuet? Why do you persist in dancing with John Adams? Good Lord, sir, you don't even like him.
That is true. He annoys me for a lot. But still I'd rather try. Mr. Adams, you come on.
But why? For personal glory? For a place in history? Be careful, sir. History will brand him and his followers as traitors.
Traitors to what, Mr. Dickinson? The British crown or the British half crown? Fortunately, there are not enough men of property in America to dictate policy.
Perhaps not. But don't forget that most men with nothing would rather protect the possibility of becoming rich than face the reality of being poor. And that is why they will follow us.
Never to the right, never to the left, or ever to the right. Where there's gold, the heart never hold. Tradition that is old, we love to be told.
I sing Hosanna, Hosanna, in a sane and lucid manner.
We are cool, we're the cool, considerate men, whose life may never ever be seen again. With our land, passion and self-command, future plan, and we'll hold to our goal. Tradition that is old, free love to be bold. We say this game's not of our choosing. Why should we risk losing? We
Sweet Jesus. How'd you like to try and borrow $1 from one of them? Another rum, General?
General? Lord, I ain't a corporal yet.
Yeah, well, what's the Army know? Sit down, gentlemen. Chair rules. Damn hot work. What's it like out there, General?
You probably know more than me.
Sitting in here? Sweet Jesus. This is the last place to find out what's going on.
I'm aiming to join up.
What are you talking about? You don't have to join up. You're in the Congress.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, you don't see them rushing off to get killed, do you? They sure are good ones for sending others, I'll tell you that.
Who sends here?
Caesar Rodney, the Delaware. Where are you from, Jim?
Watertown.
Where's that?
Massachusetts.
Oh. Well, then, you belong down there. But be careful. There's something about that chair that makes a man awful noisy.
You see any fighting? Sure did. I see my two best friends get shot dead on the very same day. Right on the village green it was, too. And when they didn't come home for supper, their mamas went down the hill looking for them. Miss Lowell, she found Timothy right off, but Miss Pickett, she looked near half the night for Williams. He went and crawled off the green before he died. Mama, hey mama, come looking for me. the maple tree. And never again will you whisper to me, hey, hey, oh mama, look sharp.
The Secretary will now read the report of the Declaration Committee.
A declaration by the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress assembled. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights.
Jefferson! Jefferson! We're back! And we've got Maryland. That is, we will as soon as Chase gets finished telling the Maryland Assembly what we saw in New Brunswick.
He's in Annapolis right now, describing a ragtag collection of provincial militiamen who couldn't drill together, train together, or shoot together. But when a flock of geese flew by and they saw their first dinner in 3 full days, sweet Jesus, they could shoot together. It was a slaughter.
They're reading the Declaration.
What? How far have they gone?
To render the military independent of and superior to the civil power.
Independent of and superior to.
We've nothing to fear. It's a masterpiece. I'm to be congratulated, you, for making him write it.
Oh, yes, of course.
It's a masterpiece, I say. They will cheer every word, every letter.
I wish I felt that way.
I believe I can put it better. Now then attend, as friend to friend, our Declaration Committee. For us I see immortality in Philadelphia City. A farmer, a lawyer, and a sage. I met Gouty in the lake. You know it's quite bizarre to think that here we are, playing midwives too, and egg.
Egg? What egg?
America, the birth of a new nation.
If only we could be sure of what kind of bird it's going to be.
Tom has a point. What sort of bird should we choose to be the symbol of our new America?
The eagle.
The dove.
The turkey.
The eagle.
The dove.
The eagle.
The eagle.
The turkey.
The eagle is a majestic bird.
The eagle is a thief, a scavenger, and a coward, and a symbol of more than 10 centuries of European mischief.
And the turkey?
Truly noble bird. Native of America, a source of sustenance to our settlers, and an incredibly brave fellow who wouldn't flinch at the thought of attacking an entire regiment of Englishmen single-handedly. Therefore, the national bird of America is going to be
the eagle.
The eagle.
We're waiting for the chirp, chirp, chirp of an eaglet being born. Waiting for the chirp, chirp, chirp on this humid Monday morning in this congressional incubator.
God knows the temperature's hot enough to hatch a stone, let alone an egg.
We're waiting for the scratch, scratch, scratch
Of that tiny little fellow,
waiting for the egg
to hatch on this humid Monday morning in this congressional incubator.
God knows the temperature's hot enough to hatch a stone.
But will it hatch an egg?
The Declaration will be a triumph, I tell you. A triumph. If I'm ever sure of anything, I'm sure of that. A triumph. And if it isn't, we still have 4 days left to think of something else. The eagle's going to crack the shell of the egg that England laid.
Yes, sir, we can tell on this humid Monday morning in this congressional incubator.
And just as Tom here is written, though the shell may belong to Great Britain, the eagle inside belongs to us.
And just as Tom here is written, we say to hell with Great Britain, the eagle inside belongs to us.
And that as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Congress has now heard the report of the Decoration Committee. Are there any who wish to offer amendments, deletions, or alterations to the Declaration? Good. Gentlemen, please. McNair, better open the window. Colonel McKean, I saw your hand up first.
It's a bonny paper to bring there, Tom. But somewhere in it you've mentioned Scottish and foreign mercenaries sent to destroy us. Scottish, Tom!
It's in reference to a Highland regiment which stood against us in Boston.
They were more likely Germans wearing kilts to disguise their being there. I ask you to remove the word and avoid giving offense to a good people.
Mr. Jefferson.
Mr. Jefferson, nowhere do you mention the Supreme Being. Now, certainly, this was an oversight, for how could we hope to achieve a victory without his help? And therefore, I must humbly suggest the following addition to your final sentence, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence.
Mr. President, among your charges against the king, Mr. Jefferson, you accuse him of depriving us of the benefits of trial by jury. That's untrue, sir. In Delaware, we have always had trial by jury.
In Massachusetts, we have not.
Oh. Well, then I suggest that the words, in many cases, be added.
Mr. Jefferson.
In many cases. Ah, brilliant! I suppose every time you see those three words, your puny little chest will swell with pride over your great historical contribution.
It's more memorable than your unprintable whitewash of that race of barbarians.
Colonel McKean, please.
No objections, Johnny, just trying to get a drink.
No, no. McNair, get him a rum.
Mr. Jefferson, I beg you to remember that we still have friends in England. I see no purpose in antagonizing them with such phrases as unfeeling brethren and enemies in war. Our quarrel is with the British king, not the British people.
Be sensible, Bartlett. Remove those phrases and the entire paragraph becomes meaningless. And it just so happens it's among the most poetic and stirring passage in the entire document.
We are Congress, Mr. Adams, not the literary society. I move that the whole paragraph be stricken.
Mr. Jefferson.
Good God, man, don't you ever intend to speak up for your own work?
I'd hope that the work would speak for itself.
Mr. Hancock! Mr. Hancock!
wise to alienate this indulgent body in light of our contention that they have never had any direct authority over us anyway?
This is a revolution, damn it! We're going to have to offend somebody!
John, you'll give yourself an attack of apoplexy if you're not careful.
Look, have you heard what they're doing to it? Have you heard,
Yes,
Franklin?
John, I've
and
heard.
So far, it's only been our friends. Can you imagine what our enemies are going to do?
The word Parliament will be removed wherever it occurs.
They won't be satisfied until they remove one of the F's from Jefferson's name.
Courage, John. It won't last much longer.
Mr. President,
Mr. Dickinson.
Mr. Jefferson, I have very little interest in your papers. There is no doubt in my mind we've all but heard the last of it. Yet I am curious about one thing. Why do you refer to King George as a tyrant?
Because he is a tyrant.
I remind you, Mr. Jefferson, that this tyrant is still your king.
When a king becomes a tyrant, he thereby breaks the contract binding his subjects to him.
How so?
By taking away their rights.
Rights that were his to give in the first place.
All except one. The right to be free comes from nature.
Mr. Wilson, do we in Pennsylvania consider King George a tyrant?
I don't know. No. He's not a tyrant in Pennsylvania.
There you are, Mr. Jefferson. Your declaration does not speak for us all. I demand that the word tyrant be removed.
Just a moment, Mr. Thompson. I do not consent. The king is a tyrant whether we say so or not. We might as well say so.
But I've already scratched it out.
Then scratch it back in.
Well, in fact, is it, Thompson? A king will remain a tyrant.
Mr. Hancock.
Yes.
Mr. Jefferson, nowhere do you mention deep sea fishing rights.
Fishing rights? How much longer is this piddling to go on? We have been here for 3 full days. We have endured, by my count, 85 separate changes and the removal of close to 400 words. Would you whip and beat it till you break its spirit? I tell you, this document is a masterful expression of the American mind.
If there are no other changes, then I can assume that
Just a moment, Mr. President.
Look out.
I wonder if we could prevail upon Mr. Thompson to read again a small portion of Mr. Jefferson's declaration. The one beginning, he has waged cruel war.
Mr. Thompson?
He has affected, he is combined, he's abdicated, he's plundered, he's constrained, he's incited, he has waged cruel war. Here it is. He has waged cruel war against human nature itself in the persons of a distant people who never offended him, captivating and carrying them into slavery in another hemisphere. Determined to keep open a market where men should be bought and sold, he is prostituted.
That will suffice, Mr. Thompson. Thank you. Mr. Jefferson, I can't quite make out what it is you're talking about.
Slavery, Mr. Rutledge.
Ah, yes, slavery. You're referring to us as slaves of the king.
No, sir. I'm referring to our slaves, black slaves.
Ah, black slaves. But why didn't you say so, sir? Were you trying to hide your meaning?
No, sir.
Just another literary license, then, if you like. I don't like it all, Mr. Jefferson. To us in South Carolina, black slavery is our peculiar institution and a cherished way of life.
Nevertheless, it must be abolished. Nothing is more certainly written in the Book of Fate than that this people shall be free.
I am not concerned with the Book of Fate right now, sir. I am more concerned with what's written in your little paper there.
That little paper there deals with freedom for Americans.
Oh, really? Mr. Adams is now calling our black slaves Americans. Are they now?
They are. They're people, and they're here. If there's any other requirement, I've never heard of it.
They are here, yes, but they are not people, sir. They are property.
No, sir. They are people being treated as property.
I tell you, the rights of human nature are deeply wounded by this infamous practice.
Then see to your own wounds, Mr. Jefferson, for you are a practitioner, are you not?
I have already resolved to release my slaves.
Then I'm sorry, for you have also resolved the ruination of your personal economy.
Oh, economy, always economy. There's more to this than a filthy purse string, Rutledge. It's an offense against man and God.
It's a stinking business, Mr. Rutledge. A stinking business.
Is it really, Mr. Hopkins? Then what's that I smell floating down from the north? Could it be the aroma of hypocrisy? For who holds the other end of that filthy purse string, Mr. Adams? Our northern brethren are feeling a bit tender toward our slaves. Oh, but they don't keep slaves, no. But they are willing to be considerable carriers of slaves to others. So they are willing for the shilling. Oh, haven't you heard, Mr. Adams? Clink, clink. Lasses to rum to slaves. Oh, what a beautiful waltz. You dance with us, we dance with you in molasses and rum and slaves. Who sail the ships out of Boston, laden with Bibles and rum? Who drinks a toast to the Ivory Coast? Hail Africa, the slavers have come. New England with Bibles and rum. Let it talk with the rum and the Bibles. Take on the slaves, clink, clink. Then hail and farewell to the smell of the African coast. Molasses to rum to slaves. 'Tisn't morals, 'tis money that saves. Shall we dance to the sound of the profitable pound in molasses and rum and slaves? Who sail the ships out of Guinea, laden with Bibles and slaves? 'Tis Boston can boast to the West Indies coast. Jamaica, we brung what he craves. Antigua, Barbados, we brung Bibles and slaves. Gentlemen, you mustn't think our northern friends merely see our black slaves as figures on a ledger. Oh, no, sir. They see them as figures on the block. Notice the faces at the auctions, gentlemen. White faces on the African wharves. Put them in the ships. Cram them in the ships. Stuff them in the ships. Hurry, gentlemen. Let the auction begin. Gentlemen, do you hear? That's the cry of the auctioneer. Slaves, gentlemen, black gold, living gold, a gold from Angola. Guinea, Guinea, Guinea. Blackbirds for sale. Ashanti. Weebo, 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 weebo.
triangle trade. Hail slavery, the New England dream. Mr. Adams, I give you a toast. Hail Boston, hail Charleston. Who stinketh? Oh, my.
Mr. Rutledge. Mr. Hughes. Dr. Hall.
Don't worry, he'll be back.
Right. Vote us down. It's done! Adams, Franklin, I have it! And the Maryland Assembly's approved it. I told them about one of the greatest military engagements in history against the whole block of... What's wrong? I thought that...
You'll have to forgive them, Mr. Chase. They've just suffered a slight setback. And after all, what is a man profited if he should gain Maryland and lose the entire South? Matthew chapter 16, verse 26.
Take care.
I know, we'll fly.
No. A rub.
Well, what are you all sitting around for? We're wasting time, precious time. Thomas, I want you to ride back into Delaware and bring us back Caesar Rodney.
Ah, John, what are you mad? It's 80 miles on horseback, he's a dying man.
No, he's a patriot.
John, what good will it do? The South's done us in.
And suppose they change their mind. Can we get Delaware without Rodney?
God, what a bastardly bunch we are.
Stephen.
I'm going to the tavern, Johnny. If there's anything I can do for you there, let me know.
Chase. Bartlett!
What's the use, John? The vote's tomorrow morning. We've less than a full day left.
Roger.
Face facts, John. It's finished.
Sorry, John.
No other choice, John. Slavery clause has to go.
What are you saying, Franklin?
It's a luxury we can't afford.
A luxury. 500,000 souls in chains, and Dr. Franklin calls it a luxury. Maybe you should have walked out to the South.
Forget yourself, sir. I founded the first anti-slavery society on this continent.
Don't wave your credentials at me. Maybe it's time you renewed them.
Issue here is independence. Maybe you've forgotten that fact, but I've not. How dare you jeopardize our cause when we've come so far? These men, no matter how much you and I disagree with them, are not ribbon clerks to be ordered about. They are proud, accomplished men, the cream of their colonies. Whether you like it or not, they and the people they represent will be part of that new country that you'd hope to create. We either start learning how to live with them, or pack up and go home. But in any case, stop acting like a Boston fishwife.
Dear God. What's happened to me? John Adams. The great John Adams, wise man of the East. What have I come to? My law practice down the pipe. My farm mortgaged to the hilt. And at a time in life when most men prosper, I'm reduced to living in Philadelphia. Philadelphia! Abigail, what am I going
going to do?
Do, John.
I need your help.
You don't usually ask my advice.
Well, yes, there doesn't appear to be anyone else right now.
Very well, John. What is it?
The entire South has walked out on this Congress. George Washington is on the verge of total annihilation. And the cause that I've labored so hard for these past several years has come to nothing. And it seems that I'm obnoxious and disliked.
Nonsense, John.
That I'm unwilling to face reality.
Foolishness, John.
That I'm pig-headed.
Ah, well, there you have me, John. I'm afraid you are pig-headed.
Abigail, has it been any kind of a life for you? God knows I haven't given you much.
I never asked for more. After all, I am Mrs. John Adams. That's quite a lot for one lifetime.
Is it, Abby?
Think of it, John. To be married to the man who was always first in line to be hanged.
Yes. The agitator. Why, Abby? You must tell me what it is. I've always been dissatisfied. I know that. But lately, I reek discontentment. It fills my throat and it floods my brain, and sometimes I fear there is no longer the dream, but only the discontentment.
Oh, John. Can you really know so little about yourself? And can you think so little of me that you believe I married the man you described? Have you forgotten what you used to say to me? I haven't. Commitment, Abby. Commitment. There are only two creatures of value on the face of this earth. Those with a commitment and those who require the commitment of others.
I remember.
Mr. Adams?
What?
These are for you.
Just a moment. What are they? What's in them? Who sent them?
Compliments of the conquered ladies walking on, and the sisterhood of the true rose sing along, and the Friday evening Baptists of Windsor and the holy Christian sisters of St. Clair, all for you.
Just a moment, Abigail. What's in those kegs?
Saltpeter, John.
McNair, I want you to go into Philadelphia and bring me back every damn pin you can find.
What sort of pins?
I don't know, whatever ladies use for their sewing. And take these kegs back to the armory. Hurry, man. Franklin. Jefferson, what are you both sitting around for?
John, didn't you hear a word I said before?
There's no time for that. Here's what you've got to do.
John, I'm not even speaking to you.
But never mind that, damn it. There's work to be done. Time's running out. Get up, get out of your chair. Tomorrow is here. Too late to despair. Jefferson, talk to Rutledge, talk. If it takes all night, keep talking, talk and talk and talk. You're both Southern aristocrats. If he'll listen to anybody, he'll listen to you. Franklin, time's running out.
I know, get out of my chair. Do I have to talk to Wilson?
Yes, you do. If it takes all night, keep talking, talk and talk and talk.
John, how am I going to get bigger?
Get him away from a fair man, Hancock. President of Congress. Stay fair. Tell me, Mr. Thompson, out of curiosity, do you stand with Mr. Dickinson, or do you stand with me?
I stand with the General. And lately I've had the oddest feeling that he's been writing to me. I have been in expectation of receiving a reply on the subject of my last 15 dispatches. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Is anybody there? Your humble and obedient.
Are you hungry, John?
No, I think I'll stay.
Good night, then.
Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see? They want me to quit. They say, John, give up the fight. Still, to England I say, good night, forever good night. For I have crossed the Rubicon. Let the bridge be burned behind me. Come what may, come what may. Commitment! The croakers all say will rue the day. There'll be hell to pay in fiery purgatory. Through all the gloom, through all the gloom, I can see the rays of ravishing light and glory. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see? I see fireworks. I see the pageant in pomp and parade. I hear the bells ringing out. I hear the cannons roar. I see Americans, all Americans, free forevermore. How quiet the chamber is. How silent the chamber is. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see?
Yes, Mr. Adams, I do.
Dr. Hall, I
I'm sorry if I startled you. I couldn't sleep. In trying to resolve my dilemma, I remember something I'd once read, that a representative owes the people not only his industry, but his judgment. He betrays them if he sacrifices it to their opinion. That was written by Edmund Burke, a member of the British Parliament.
Congress will now vote on Virginia's resolution on independence. Thank you for coming, Caesar. May God bless you, sir. Mr. Thompson will call the roll. And I'd remind you, gentlemen, that a single nay vote will defeat the motion. Mr. Thompson.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire says yay.
New Hampshire says yay. Massachusetts.
Massachusetts says yay.
Massachusetts says yay. Rhode Island.
Rhode Island says yay.
Rhode Island says yay. Connecticut.
Connecticut says yay.
Connecticut says yay. New York.
New York abstains. Courteously.
New York abstains. New Jersey. New Jersey.
New Jersey says yay.
New Jersey says yay. Pennsylvania.
Come now, Dr. Franklin, that's absurd. James, read.
Pennsylvania.
Mr. Secretary, Pennsylvania's not ready yet. Please come back to us later.
Pennsylvania passes. Delaware.
Delaware, by majority vote, says yay.
Delaware says yay.
Well done, sir.
Maryland.
Maryland says yay.
Maryland says yay. Virginia.
Virginia says yay.
Virginia says yay. North Carolina.
North Carolina yields to South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Well, Mr. Adams.
Well, Mr. Rutledge.
Mr. Adams, you must believe that I will do what I have promised to do.
What do you want, Rutledge?
Remove the offending passage from your declaration.
If we did that, we'd be guilty of what we ourselves are rebelling against.
Nevertheless, remove it. For South Carolina will bury now and forever your dream of independence.
John, please. May you consider what you're doing.
Mark me, Franklin. If we give in on this issue, posterity will never forgive us.
That may be true. But we won't hear a word, John. We'll be long gone. And what will posterity think we were, demigods? We're men. No more, no less. Trying to get a nation started against greater odds than a more generous God would have allowed. John, first things first. Independence. America. Or if we don't secure that, what difference does the rest make?
Say something, Jefferson.
What else is there to do?
Well, man, you're the one who wrote it.
I wrote all of it, Mr. Adams.
There it is, Rutledge. You've got your slavery, and little good may it do you now. Oh, damn you!
Mr. President, the fair colony of South Carolina says yea.
South Carolina says yay.
North Carolina says yay.
North Carolina says yay. Georgia.
Georgia says yay.
Georgia says yay. Pennsylvania. Second call.
Mr. President, Pennsylvania regrets all the inconvenience such distinguished men as Adams, Jefferson, and Franklin were put to just now. They might have kept their document intact for all the difference it will make. Mr. President, Pennsylvania
Just
says...
a moment. I ask that the delegation be polled.
Dr. Franklin, don't be absurd.
A poll, Mr. President, is a proper request.
Yes, it is. Poll the delegation, Mr. Thompson.
Dr. Benjamin Franklin.
Yay.
Mr. John Dickinson.
Nay.
Mr. James Wilson. Judge Wilson.
There it is, Mr. Wilson. It's all up to you now. The entire question of American independence rests squarely on your shoulders. A whole new nation waiting to be born or to die in birth, all in your say-so. What will it be, Mr. Wilson? Every map maker in the world is waiting your decision.
Come now, James, nothing has changed. We mustn't let Dr. Franklin create one of his confusions. The question is clear.
Most questions are clear when someone else has to decide them.
It would be a pity for a man who handed down hundreds of wise decisions from the bench to be remembered only for the one unwise decision he made in Congress.
James, you're keeping everybody waiting. The secretary has called for your vote.
Please don't push me, John. I know what you want me to do. Mr. Adams is correct about one thing. I'm the one who'll be remembered for it.
What do you mean?
I'm different from you, John. I'm different from most of the men here. I don't want to be remembered. I don't want the responsibility.
Yes, well, whether you want it or not, James, there's no way of avoiding it.
Not necessarily. I vote with them. I'll be one among dozens. No one will ever remember the name James Wilson. If I vote with you, I'll be the man who prevented American independence. I just didn't bargain for that.
And is this how nations are formed? By a non-entity trying to preserve the anonymity he so richly deserves?
Revolutions come into this world like bastard children, Mr. Dickinson. Half improvised, half compromised. Our side has provided the compromise. Now Judge Wilson is supplying the rest.
James!
I'm sorry, John. My vote is yay.
Pennsylvania says yay. The votes being 12 to none with one abstention, the resolution on independence is adopted.
It's done. It's done.
Very well. Mr. Thompson, is the declaration ready to be signed?
It is.
Then I suggest we do so. And that Sheriff further proposes, for our mutual security and protection, that no man be allowed to sit in this Congress without attaching his name to it.
I'm sorry, Mr. President. I cannot in good conscience sign such a document. I will never stop hoping for our eventual reconciliation with England. But, because in my own way, I regard America no less than does Mr. Adams, I will join the army and fight in her defense, even though I believe that fight to be hopeless. Goodbye, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the Congress, I say ye John Dickinson.
Very well. Are there any objections to the declaration being approved as it now stands?
Yes, Mr. President, I have one.
You, Mr. Adams?
Yes, Mr. Jefferson, it just so happens that the word is unalienable, not inalienable.
I'm sorry, inalienable is correct.
I happen to be a Harvard graduate, Mr. Jefferson.
And I intended William and Mary, Mr.
Yeah,
Adams.
but please! Mr. Jefferson, will you yield to Mr. Adams' request?
No, sir, I will not.
Very well, I'll withdraw it.
Good for you, John.
I'll speak to the printer about it later.
Very well, gentlemen. We are about to brave a storm in a skiff made of paper. And where it will end, God only knows.
That's a pretty large signature, Johnny.
The fat George in London can read it without his glasses. Well, step right up, gentlemen. Don't miss your chance to commit treason.
Hancock's right. That paper is our passport to the gallows, but there's no backing out now. For if we don't hang together, we most assuredly will hang separately.
In my case, thinking wouldn't be so bad. One snap, it'll all be over. Just like that. But look at Reed there. He'll be downstairs just long after I'm gone.
Gentlemen, forgive me if I don't join in your merriment, but if we're arrested right now, my name is still the only one on the damn thing.
From the Commander, Army of the United Colonies. Army of the United States. In New York, dispatch number 1209 to the Honorable Congress John Hancock, President, dear sir. I can now report with some certainty that the eve of battle in New York is near at hand. Toward this end, I have ordered the evacuation of Manhattan and directed our defenses to take up stronger positions on the Brooklyn Heights. At the present time, my forces consist entirely of Hazlitt's Delaware militia and Smallwood's Marylanders, a total of 5,000 troops to stand against 25,000 of the enemy. And I begin to notice that many of them are lads under 15 and old men, none of whom could truly be called soldiers. One personal note to Mr. Lewis Morris of New York. I must regretfully report that his estates have been totally destroyed, but that I have taken the liberty of transporting Mrs. Morris and 8 of the children to Connecticut in safety. The 4 older boys are now enlisted in the Continental Army. As I write these words, the enemy is plainly in sight beyond the river. How it will end, only Providence can direct. But dear God, what brave men I shall lose before this business ends. Your obedient, G. Washington.
Very well. McNair, go ring the bell.
Mr. President,
Mr. Morris.
to hell with New York. I'll sign it anyway.
Thank you, Mr. Morris. Well, sit down, Stephen.
I want to see each man's face as he signs.
Very well. Mr. Thompson.
New Hampshire, Dr. Josiah Bartlett. Massachusetts, Mr. John Adams. Rhode Island, Mr. Stephen Hopkins.